Hello, everyone. This is Roger Joe, founder of CASY Sparks and the American Autism Auto Club. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, 2022, and I'm here to provide the final winners update of CASY Sparks Autism Pride and Ride virtual car show. Now, since it's the final update, we are combining rounds 11 and 12, which are the last rounds of our 3-month car show. But we're doing things a little differently this round, in addition to just combining the rounds. Since we recently had Father's Day last weekend, we are going with a Father's Day theme for this last round of winners. So again, we've had this car show since April 1st, and we are now in our final month and our final round. The special Father's Day edition combines rounds 11 and 12. All right. But we'll have 20 total winners. That's a lot of winners because usually there's only 3 winners per round. Now we have 20 winners because we changed a few more things for the special round. We considered submissions not only from the start of the car show, which was April 1st of this year. We're looking at all of the postings from the time the club was launched in September of 2020. So there's tons of postings of cars, all of which are very, very awesome. It was really hard to pick winners. So we had to come up with some pretty narrow criteria. In keeping with the Father's Day theme, the photo had to have 3 elements. First, autism dad. Second, son or daughter. And third, the vehicle. All right. So all winners will have that thing in common. Again, no categories, there's really no order as well in terms of first, second, and third place. So you're going to see a bunch of neat vehicles, in random order. Okay. And for this last round, we're also lifting the one winner rule, so if you've won in previous rounds, you can still win this round. All right. And I should also note before we get started, we are showing the pictures of the cars only. So if you want to see other pictures of the cars or the people behind them, those are reserved for members of the car club. So those are on our private Facebook group, American Autism Auto Club. So right now, since this is a YouTube channel, we want to be mindful of privacy. We're only showing the vehicles. If your vehicle's here, you know the drill, just email me, but we'll talk about that at the end. So let's jump into the winners here, and let's start it out with a bang, right? This is a 3rd generation Dodge Challenger in Destroyer Gray, but look at all of the details here. A very strong superhero theme and theme of autism, especially being a superpower. So hero, autism, superpower, all combined in a classic American muscle car makes for a beautiful presentation. Also nice details here in the front of the image. You see some figurines and some custom aftermarket lighting. Now, this vehicle has won a lot of awards, but also there's many more pictures of this online. I can't really do it justice in this single picture, but this is a father and son project. Okay, very different, but just as awesome. Subaru Impreza Hatchback, 5th generation. Very clean image of the car here. What you don't see is the story behind the car, which is very heartwarming for me because it involves a father teaching his son how to drive a manual transmission. So I've been a huge fan of the manual transmission since I learned how to drive. So when I see that a father is teaching his son how to do this, it warms my heart. Definitely much needed since we all know that manual transmissions are becoming pretty rare these days. So this looks like an awesome family car. but also a good car, apparently, to learn how to drive stick shift. Uh, those great images are on the private Facebook group. Okay, this is a Ford Mustang Fox body, third generation. This is a father and son project, and you'll see in the private group that the father and son are working on this car and sort of reconditioning and rebuilding it. So it looks like they are working hard to restore it into its glorious, um, iconic 1980s look. So look forward to seeing more details of this as they progress. All right, now a little bit different. This is a truck, a GMC Sierra Extended Cab, first generation. Uh, The truck is very clean, and I especially love this view of the field with the truck sort of in the front part of it. Makes it really stand out. But what makes this car special is it has a special autism vinyl decal on the back of it. So you'll see that on the upper left here, and you'll see it's in blue with the puzzle piece in the middle. So this is a father and son pride and joy. All right, a little love from Germany. This is a Volkswagen Golf Cabriolet, first generation. This is also a vehicle that has a manual transmission. And another great example of a father teaching, I believe, a daughter in this case, on how to drive stick shift. Again, anything with the manual transmission is near and dear to me. And when I see uh, current generation of drivers teaching new generations of drivers on how to drive stick shift, um, I can only strongly support it. But these kinds of cars are increasingly rare these days. And I think the Cabriolet was eventually replaced by the Beetle. Uh, but if you have an example of this car around, it's definitely a keeper for the long term. All right, some more love from Germany. This is an E30 or BMW 318i, second generation. This car has a pretty cool story. I believe the current owner has had it since high school. And I think he's driven it daily, he's raced it. Child on the autism spectrum enjoys it as well. So some really cool pictures online of the family and this car in action. So I encourage you to check it out. All right, now this uh, Dodge Charger 7th generation has a very neat story. The owner of this car has posted uh, many times on this vehicle in how it came from a uh, state of disrepair, to its beautiful state right now. So it's newly finished in Destroyer Gray, and it's got these beautiful autism puzzle piece stripes along the front and through the back. It also has a lot of other things that I would encourage you to look at in the private Facebook group. I can only do it so much justice here. I actually can't do it any justice at all because you can see a little bit of the lighting in the front. So it also has an aftermarket lighting kit and a lot of other details which are very unique and fun. Now, the owner of this car also has a purpose in mind for this vehicle, and that purpose is to really serve his family. So a lot of what you see done to this car is to fulfill that mission. Okay, let's change it up a bit. This is a rat rod, one of my favorite vehicles in our club. This is a father and son project. So they take this to car shows, and I think there's even a picture of it being in a Halloween party. So super fun. This is another hot rod. I believe this family, father and son, uh, have a number of hot rods they work on. So this is just one of them. But online, you'll see nice examples of some of the other work they have in progress. All right, this is a 1930s Ford coupe of some kind. It looks pretty awesome. Kind of looks like one of those cool gangster cars, with blacked out everything, some chrome accents. This is a father and son team who love going to car shows together. And this is one of the shows they've been to on looks like a nice fall day. All right. Up next, a Chevrolet S10 pickup. First generation. I remember growing up, these were really popular cars, and it's always nice to see that some have survived the 80s. Now, this is a unique ride because it's I believe, a father and daughter team who have collaborated on the design of the car. So I think even from the little details you see in the windshield, and up front, to even the color combo, uh, father daughter. This is their project car, and you can see it's won some nice awards. So lots of pictures of this online as well. All right, one of my favorites, uh, Ford Mustang SVT Cobra. So this is back in the good old days of the SVT. Uh, this particular vehicle has a very unique color about it. I believe it's a very low production number color scheme. Also convertible. So this father and son duo love to take rides with the top down and enjoy the acceleration and the wind blowing through their hair. Some really heartwarming pictures online in our private Facebook group. All right, now this is a really cool picture because it shows two kinds of American muscle. You've got a GMC Sierra 1500 pickup truck here, third generation. This is father and son team who I believe love going on drives together and enjoying the muscle this truck has. The airplane is also impressive, although I'm not sure if it's connected to the truck in any way. If it is, I would love to see images of it. But more images of this online in our private Facebook group. All right, Chevrolet Corvette. Uh, I think before I had my C7, I really loved these C3 Corvettes, only because they really kind of stood out from the rest of the Corvette generations in that they're so sleek and so highly sculpted. Um, Always found it hard to believe that these were like the cars of the 70s because I'm not sure how many cars in the 70s look like this. This looks like more of sort of a new age type of vehicle. But this belongs to a father and son team. Uh, and I believe they also love the capabilities of the vehicle around the turns and straight line acceleration. All right, this is my generation of Corvette. It is a C7. This one is a uh, Z06, so that comes with the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 LT4, which I think in stock configuration pushes about 650 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. Um, this car seems well equipped. Has, I believe those are carbon ceramic brakes, but this belongs to a father and son duo who are also big fans of the G-forces, forward and lateral. So some great pictures online of them enjoying this together. All right, some more American muscle, this time in a four-door formulation. This is a Chrysler 300 Generation 1. I believe this one comes with the Hemi. So, it looks like a subdued family car from this angle. Couple puzzle pieces to show its friendliness. But it's got some muscle under the hood. And on the Facebook page, you'll be able to see uh, this vehicle flex its muscles. This also belongs to a father and son duo. All right, this is a very clean Ford F-150 Super Cab, 13th generation. So this F-150 has been around for such a long time. Uh, what I really love the most about this vehicle is it's so clean. Uh, this is elegance. So, you don't see it. It's not very busy. The only hint that you can see of its customization is a lowered stance and these gold wheels that just pop. That's always been one of my favorite things about this entry is these gold wheels. Now, this belongs to a father and son duo who enjoy rides in the vehicle, and I believe they're musicians as well. So there is a posting of a song they created together on the private Facebook group American Autism Auto Club. Encourage you to check that out and check out the various images of this truck too. All right, so this is I think this is our second Dodge Challenger. Definitely a very popular car in the car club. So there's others examples of this in the private Facebook group. But I'm also a big fan of the third generation Challenger, and it's one of those cars that it's just sort of comfortable and fun to drive. I've had one, and out of all the vehicles, this is the one that I would probably take out every day. It's a great daily driver. It's good for a lot of different things. I think it even comes in all-wheel drive now. But this one is a very clean example. Also belongs to a father and son team. All right. Now, this Ford Mustang 6th generation was a recent winner. It's gone to many car shows. So this is a father and son team. I believe it has its own Facebook group, and it's basically their journey with this car at different car shows, trying to make people more aware and spread autism acceptance and pride. So tons of images of this vehicle on the private Facebook group. All right, and to round it off with some transportation diversity, we have a skid steer loader, probably the only one pictured in the car club. So when we saw a father and son on it together, enjoying it, of course we had to post it. So this is our last winner for the series. And to all 20 winners, please email me as soon as you can. Probably the best thing to do is just download a picture of the prize that you want. So we have this prize photo album here where we have about 150 different prizes. You can just access that from the private Facebook group, American Autism and Auto Club. It's under albums and photos and albums. And download the picture, email it to me, tell me your address. I'll get this shipped out to you within 3 business days. Again, we cover all shipping costs. Just have to tell me where you live. All right, now, see what else here. Again, so if you've won before, you can win again. So this is a special Father's Day round. This is our final round of winners. So we're lifting a lot of the rules and we're doing things differently this time. So I do want to appreciate everyone who has followed us during this 3-month online car show. We try to make these videos weekly so that people can share with their friends, family, or anyone they like. The pictures really only include cars. So it's for people who are interested in looking at cars. But, if you're part of the car club, you can always see more images of the cars and know or learn about more about the people behind them. Okay, so thank you all again. And I think we're officially in summer. So happy summer. Take care.